It's probably a lot for you to take in because you're not used to being out on some piece of land, hanging off a road, and looking at some street and wondering why everyone is standing out there. And then the earthquake threw you off.
It was a lot, man. It was a trippy experience, right, to see that, and yeah, it. I guess I'm not used to it, but
I honestly forgot about that you even went with me. But so I mean, to answer your question, yeah, photography is a passion of mine. It is my music was my first one, but the photography ended up being more. I think it's just like you jump into something and you enjoy it, you like it, and then you just do it, and then the problem is when you go hard on it fast, you can get burnt out and lose interest. But I've never really lost interest. I think I've kind of slowed down recently. Um, but yeah, I mean, I love photography. It's just another form of expression, just like my music.
what inspired you to start photography?
I was in recording studios, as a guest in some people's studios, and it was always like bringing my GoPro in there and taking pictures of the mixing board. And I remember one time seeing a picture from on Lincoln Park's probably social media many many years ago. I mean, a long time ago before Chester even had passed. And they were in the studio and they had a picture of the mixing board, and it was just the angle that he was in there. He was like sitting in there and he had his arms on the faders, and I just was like, man, that's dope. And so when I started, it was with my GoPro, and then I was always really intrigued by the rap albums in the '80s. Remember LL Cool J, "I'm Bad"?
Oh hell yeah!
Remember so he's standing on the hood of a car in front of the project with the bars, the black bars behind him in the building, and or
Was
Ice.
that back then with like the Puma outfit and the Kangol?
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, yeah.
And then or like Ice Cube's Death Certificate album with the dude on a, I don't know what he is, like on the bench, and he had the toe tag
Oh
on
yeah,
his
it
toe.
was like the mortician's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, what? Yeah, the gurney or slab or whatever you want to
yeah,
call it.
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty. I mean, yeah, it's interesting because that hip hop, right? It was a big influence to you.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, I've been a fan of hip hop forever. Like, grew up breakdancing in the '80s. You know what I mean?
yeah, bro.
You remember those days? We
Yeah,
still every now and then have a good time at a party and think we can do it again, and then wind up
bust
going
out
home with a
some
busted up knee or something.
bust out with some windmills at 50 years old. Wind up having to go home and soak in the bath. Calgon.
Yeah, take me away, man, because it's either that or the ER, dude.
Yeah, yeah, you did break, bro. I remember back in those days.
Yeah,
And Renee used to pop.
Renee had more skill, or my brother Renee, he had more skills at popping
Mm-hmm.
than breakdancing, and I had the breakdancing and didn't have the popping. I don't know. He was skinnier, like
Skinny.
he was thinner, so I think
That looked
skinny
good.
kind of yeah, it works better
Mm-hmm.
with popping, right?
Absolutely. You could tick and all that stuff.
That's funny, man. That's so what influenced you in that? So that's like your photography, right? You know what? I have seen some of your shots where you're sitting over like a big mixer board,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just kind of like that. I've always kind of viewed you, man, honestly, as like a producer. You know what I mean? Somebody that can create content like on a and to get really in depth is to create beats, right? Because like Salty Beats is your studio name, right?
Absolutely.
And I know that you have a family member that has a studio in, is it Salt Mines?
Salt Mine Studios, yes. Don Salter was Mesa, Arizona.
Right.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
a monster studio, at least from what I can see
oh, that's a
on.
crazy studio, bro. He's been on Mix Magazine so many times.